That's right. Just as the song aptly said, we are on a new level here on the Lady Circle. A new level of fun, of entertainment, and of course, of education. And we are so glad that you are on this journey with us. We are your favorite ladies of the Lady Circle, Sika, Helen, Ajwa, bringing you nothing but goodness this Saturday evening. Thank you for tuning in, ladies.
Hello.
We're on a what?
New level now.
We're on a... Yeah, the choir is not working this year. Lady Circle Choir. We're on a new level now. Love it. At least the energy is there. The singing voice may not be there, but the energy is certainly there. How are we feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling on a new level, excitement, learning a lot every single time, and today is no exception. So
Yeah.
it's a fun episode.
We're talking about new levels. Let's add an extra layer for this evening to enrich the conversation and make the fun that much more exciting. Our guest for this evening, she's worn many different hats over the years, from model to presenter to producer to philanthropist. The list is endless. But let's take a look at the profile and then we'll get the party started.
Philomena Esinam Afi Antonio is a media personality and philanthropist. Was born on the 5th of March at 37 Military Hospital to an army dad and trader mum. She attended Kotoka Primary School, then went to Nungwa Secondary School where she read visual arts. She has a HND in graphic design from Takrade Polytechnic. Because of her kind spirit, she started using her social media to help people by posting their issues to find them the solution they needed. Her passion of helping people led her to register her foundation, Afi Antonio Foundation, which turned 5 years old on the 5th of March, her birthday. The foundation also has a number of awards under its belt. She's currently working on Mr. and Miss Autism Ghana, which she started 3 years ago to help create awareness on autism. Afi has presented several TV shows and is currently producing and presenting her own TV show.
Well, let's say a very warm welcome to the Lady Circle to Afi Antonio.
And there.
If Anita was here, she would challenge you right now. But so, yeah, it's a good thing she's not here, maybe.
Yeah, so you can just take your side at the moment. But I mean, how are you doing? What's up with you? Mother to many, goodwill ambassador, media personality, content creator, all in one person. I'm sure I even left some out.
Yeah.
But what are you working on?
So for now, I have Mr. and Miss Autism that I work on every year.
Oh.
I started 3 years ago. So this year will be the 3rd edition. So that's what I'm working on. It will be held at the end of April, last Saturday in April. So that's what I'm currently working on now.
Yeah. Looking forward to learning more about it. And I'm sure if there are some budding philanthropists who are watching us, they'll want some of the tips and tricks that have helped you along the way. Although you say it's been a difficult journey, we'll get into the meat of the matter very shortly. And thank you so much for not dilly-dallying on your way back to us. This is the Lady Circle. I know your snacks are at the ready. Get comfortable. It's going to be an amazing evening. Our guest this evening is Afi Antonio. And if you joined us in the beginning, I told you she's worn many different hats throughout the years. We will be exploring that journey, also getting some tips and tricks on how to embark on your own philanthropic journey. We'll also be playing some games, as you know, and having a generally good time. Afi, are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're about to get stuck straight into the conversation. And as I mentioned, you've done so many different things over the years. But talk us through the journey very briefly from, you know, model to presenter to doing what you do now.
Okay. So in the days of High Five.
Afi, you're showing your age.
Afi!
You wouldn't want to know my age.
I don't, you know nothing about
Nuella cannot relate.
Let's leave me out of it. Let's not.
So it was those times that I was doing the photo modeling thing, and I was, you know, getting a lot of likes, comments. So
testimonials. Remember, High Five, you write your own testimonial. You put it there.
So I said, oh, what can I do with this following? Like, instead of just taking beautiful photos and posting for likes and comments, I would rather use my platform to help people. So that was how I started helping people. And then later on, I decided to register my foundation, Afi Antonio Foundation, and I started, you know, doing that.
Is there a personal sort of story behind that? Somebody that you might know, something close to you that made you want to go that route?
So amazingly, I didn't know anyone in my family who had autism. I just, started doing it because a mother posted a photo of her daughter on Facebook asking that she needed someone to help her be a photo model. Someone commented with my name. That's how come I saw the post. And I decided to help the girl. That's Nanaya, Auntie Mary's daughter.
Okay.
Jenny with autism. She's very popular on Facebook.
Okay.
Yes, so at that time, I had booked a photo shoot session with Kweku David. At that time, he was the top photographer.
The top dog.
Yeah. So I quickly called him and asked if I could come with Nanaya to have my photo shoot. And he said, yeah, he didn't mind. So we went, the photos went viral. Other mothers started contacting me to help their children be photo models. So that's how it started.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't really set out to do anything on autism. It was later, I think last year, that one of my cousins living in the UK, she's been following me on Facebook, and she was like, she's been seeing all that I do. She has a daughter who is 16 years, who is on the spectrum. So it was at that time that I realized that I had someone who had autism, yes.
But for the uninitiated, if you were to summarize what autism is so that we can, have some education, what is autism?
So autism has to do with interaction, like the brain processing information. So you have a 16-year-old who behaves like a 6-year-old. So their way of understanding is like a child. So you have to treat that person with patience, a lot of love, because you can't have a normal conversation like we are having. They can't really make sense of it. So in short, that's what autism is.
So sort of like a slow brain developmental process.
Yes, and it can't be cured. It can only be managed. There's no medicine that you take, like you have malaria, you take malaria drugs and it goes. Yeah, you can only manage it. And early intervention is key. When you realize that your child has a problem. So some of the signs are when your child doesn't give you eye contact, at the age of 3, when you call your child, he or she should be able to turn and look at you, and should be able to say mama, dada, should be able to play with other children, but you see your child always being in one corner, hitting the head, So when you see all those things, they are signs, but we are not saying definitely your child has autism.
But it's good to check.
Yes,
to check,
then you take the child to be assessed. Then you can know whether it's autism or not. Then you start early intervention. It helps. Yeah, it helps.
Well, I mean, before all of this, there's a little birdie that said you wanted to join the army.
Oh my God, this story.
You want to share it?
Yeah, so my dad is an ex-soldier. And my brother, the one after me, was also in the army. He went straight after secondary school. So I love the whole thing with seeing a woman in uniform and all that. So, and I'm coming from that background. So I was like, I also wanted to, join the army. But at that time, because of my age, I couldn't enter as a regular army. I don't know if you understand. They have stages. Regular is from, I think, 18 to a certain age. And then the officers one is around, I think, 30 or something. I was a little older, so I had to pick the officer's form because of my age. I did. We wrote the test. I passed. Aptitude test. I passed. And then it was time for medical examination. And they don't take it lightly. Like they check thorough. They will check your ear. You go to the ENT. They will check your eye. They will check. They even took. They asked us to come with blade. They took part of our flesh, our buttocks. Yeah, they are going to check the skin. Much? Just a little.
Of your way?
Of your buttocks.
The buttocks?
Yes.
Wow.
So they will take it, but it's not painful. It's just a little of the skin. They are going to check if you have any skin, whatever. And they will ask you to strip to your panty. So you have only your bra and your panty on. They will ask you to bend. They will go around, check if you have any tattoos, if you have any scars.
Are you not allowed to have tattoos?
In the army? No.
This is news to me.
Yeah, at that time, I don't know if it's changed now, but at that time, so you didn't have to have a lot of scars, like, so they would check you thoroughly. And the last place to visit was the dentist. My teeth were not as well arranged as you are seeing it now.
I was going to say, because wow.
Oh my God. So it was, you know, somehow rough, you know. So I remember in those days, anytime I took photos, you won't see me smiling, showing my teeth. It's always like...
It was like a fierce.
Yeah. So the dentist was like, my dear, I'm sorry I have to fail you. I'm like, what? Because that's the last place to go. And I will be true. I'm like, why? He says, you know, with officers, they don't want any fault on an officer. If it were to be regular, they would have allowed me to go.
Wait, I'm so confused. Why are officers models, or are they setting out for model career?
I don't know. So I was confused. So he said, I would have to go and fix it and reapply. I'm like, can't I fix it whilst I'm in the army? He said, no. So I'm like, okay. And it didn't end there. So I decided to go to Kolebu Dental School to correct it. The amazing thing is when I got to the dentist, the dentist that was going to work on me, the one who failed me was understudying with that dentist. So when I got there, I saw him. I said, Dr. Salifu, do you remember me? Do you make me up? I said, no, I'm the lady who failed you. Oh, yeah, you still want to join the army, so you're coming to change it. I'm like, yeah. So they started calling me young officer anytime I go there. But after I corrected it and everything, I wore braces for over 2 years.
Yeah.
They took 3 tooth out. It was crazy.
This is all news to me.
So after... I didn't have the zeal to want to go back. I tried immigration, it didn't work. I tried.
I think it's the uniform you want to put. Maybe. Just so a wide selection of uniforms. You know, wear it and feel
do a shoot in it.
Yeah,
You know.
But I always say everything...
happens for a reason.
Yeah, it propels you to your next level. Because I'm not sure I would be able to be on screen, be on camera, and be comfortable if I hadn't, you know, corrected that. And it had to take that to, you know, make that happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What a story. What about people who want to get into that field? I know you mentioned that it's quite hard trying to seek out companies and businesses who are willing to assist. 5 years on, is it getting easier or is it still quite tough?
It's not easy, you know. What I would tell anyone out there is, unless you have the passion and it's your calling, because a lot of things would push you to stop at a point. Even sometimes the people who you help stab you in the back. And
Really?
you ask yourself, you know, yeah, I have a lot of stories to share on that, but maybe some other time.
I mean, I want a picture.
A tale, yeah, so that
Oh my
people can
God.
give us one hot one that maybe just took you unawares.
And you don't have to mention any names or
So,
anything.
so there was this man who had a daughter with a certain disability. The legs couldn't form very well. The story was that the mom tried aborting her, so I think it affected the limbs. She doesn't have a knee, and the thigh is very short, and then the leg joins, and it's very short. I have, very short. So he needed help because the girl that didn't have a wheelchair, and the wife left the marriage, so he was the one taking care of the child.
The wife left the child with the father.
Yes. She said, you know,
She couldn't handle.
not because of the daughter, but
she
the
was
man
feeling
didn't have
guilty?
money to take care of them, so she felt like, you know, so she left the marriage, and the man was finding it very difficult to even find jobs because he has to carry the girl to school when they close, go and carry her back. So he needs a job in that vicinity, and he's a construction guy. So it was difficult for him to feed, and he had an elder child who was, I think, going to the secondary school or something, university, something like that. So I've been with them for almost 3 years. And then I was there, I was called that, the man you are helping, he's on Kofi TV. I'm like, I went quickly to Facebook, I checked. This man is sitting there. And you know, telling his story, and the Kofi TV asked him, so who has been helping you so far till now? oh, lady be a friend Afi, baby will be a nyami. I'm like, what? Like, I've been with you for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I told him, well, now that he's gone there, there's no way I can come back and support them. At least I've done the major part for you. Because we are all using social media. The people that sent in the money that I helped you with are the same people who will be watching Kofi TV. What do you want them to think? So it means maybe I took the money and I spent it. I didn't help you.
Okay.
So you can't come back to me for us to.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Yeah.
You must have some very broad shoulders. It looks very tiny here. But imagining the fact that you have to help these people over such a long period of time.
Yes.
They're calling you morning, evening, I need this, I need that. You don't have people who are bankrolling you.
Yeah.
So most of the things that you're
I use my
doing.
own money sometimes, Sometimes you will call, oh, Auntie Afi, today, and you. Then at that time, me myself, I'm going through something, but I'll be like, okay, I have some 50 cedis or 100 cedis, then I'll send it to him. Because I can't raise funds for every little thing you come to me for. It has to be something that is significant.
We're grateful that it hasn't stopped you from wanting to help society. We need as many Afi Antonios as we can get.